Shalom everybody, blessings from the land of Israel, getting ready for another amazing Shabbat in the world. Hope you're doing really, really well. A thought on this week's Torah portion, Parshat, Matot, Maasei, two Parshot together. So many things, of course, as usual, to talk about, but one quick thought about one aspect. In the second part of this week's Torah portion, the second Parsha, Maasei, we're talking about the journeys of the children of Israel, Bnei Israel, as they wander, as they travel through the desert for the 40 years on their way to the land of Israel. And there's places that are mentioned by name. There are places that are mentioned by name in the Torah portion specifically. And when you count them all up, there's 42 places. There are 42 locations that the Bnei Israel, that the children of Israel travel to. Two quick thoughts on that. One is that the Torah will mention each name, each place by name twice, when they get there and when they leave, saying that the children of Israel went from A, and then they went from A to B, and then went from B to C, and from C to D, instead of just saying from A to B to C to D, and so on. And the question is, why does it have to mention it a second time? Right? Especially when we know that the Torah is so economical, so to speak, with its words. Every word is so precious. Every word comes to teach us something specific. So why does the Torah, so to speak, kind of seemingly waste words by telling us the name again? I heard from a rabbi I once learned with in Tzfat, a very beautiful thought on that, in that when Bnei Israel, when the children of Israel got to a place, right, when they left that place, it was no longer the same place that it was. It was no longer the same place, right, that it was when they arrived there. Meaning it was different after they had spent time there. It was different once they left. Whether they spent a day or a month or a year or even longer, as we learned a few weeks ago, that each of the locations that the children of Israel went to was different periods of time for different reasons, different spiritual fixings that they had to do there. Right? So this idea of that when we go to a place, we have in mind that I'm here for a reason. What is the reason? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to accomplish? What am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to give? What am I supposed to receive? Right? And if we really connect to that aspect of why we're here in any specific place, so when we leave that place, not only are we changed, but the place itself is changed. Right? And that's the reason, that the name is mentioned again upon the leaving, upon the children of Israel leaving that place. Right? Another thought, the Baal Shem Tov teaches that there's 42 locations, there's 42 journeys that the children of Israel go on in the 40 years in the desert, and this parallels the 42 journeys of our lives, that each person in this world is going to 42 different places, 42 spiritual journeys. Right? We're not always aware of exactly what they are, but he says on the deepest level there's these 42 journeys of the people, right, in this world. Right? What is this coming to teach us? Well, the number 42 is the gematria, is the numerical value of the word bam. Right, a word that appears in the first paragraph after we say the Shema in the morning and in the nighttime, right? Right, and it's referring to that we should speak about the precepts, the laws, the values, the teachings, the wisdom of the Torah wherever we go, right? When we're getting up, when we're going to sleep, when we're walking on the way, when we're sitting in our house, right? And it parallels so beautifully with the journeys of the children of Israel, that wherever we go, wherever they went, wherever we do go in our own lives, right? V'dibarta bam, speak about the teachings of the Torah. Think about the teachings of spiritual wisdom, right? Wherever we go, we can apply these teachings. Wherever we go, we can learn these teachings. We know that the patriarchs and the matriarchs learned Torah before the Torah was ever given. How? Because they're able to access the aspect of Torah that's every single place, which again we spoke about in the past, right? So again, these 42 journeys of the children of Israel are teaching for us in our generation, through all the generations up until our generation, right? That wherever we go, v'dibarta bam, right? Speak about them. Meaning, have our eyes open, our minds open, our hearts open to the wisdom that we could glean, that we could learn from the world, from our journeys alone. Right? We gain wisdom when we sit down and we learn and we study, but we also can gain wisdom from living in the world and traveling through this world. Right? If our hearts are open. Right? And that's a hint, a remez, I think, from this week's Torah portion, from the 42 journeys. Right? And connected to this word bam that we talk about in the Shema. We should be blessed, as always, to really live a life to the fullest, know why we're here, right? Help other people, be motivated, be inspired to find out why they're there, why they're here also in the world, right? By living our truth, God willing, other people will live their truth, and together we'll live the truth of the world and bring amazing things to this world, bring the final fixing to the world, God willing. Lots of love and blessing from the land of Israel. Shabbat Shalom.